right now.
Okay.
So is this your second time to be in Japan?
Exactly, yes.
So what is your impression about country?
Well, today, unfortunately, I couldn't see much, but last time we were here, my expression is that everything is very clean and very, actually high class comparing to other places where we've been before. And people are very polite. This is what I totally like. The people are totally polite and friendly and caring. And it's really, so I have the best impression.
Oh, great. So you're from originally Germany?
Originally,
now you live in Switzerland?
Most of the time, yeah.
And what is the reason you moved to Switzerland?
Because I'm so much on the road that I wanted to have a place where people don't know me and where I can be,
you have a private time.
Exactly.
Privacy. Okay. So Lacrimosa's music is very mixed, lots of the very varied influence I heard. So what is the biggest musical background? Gothic rock, heavy metal, classical music?
Actually, it's a three. When I listen to Gothic, I'm missing the hard guitars. I'm missing the power. When I listen to metal, I'm missing the emotions. When I listen to classical music, I'm missing guitars and drums. So the idea was actually when I thought like, why can't there be a band that combines all that? And I was looking for bands and couldn't find anything, so I started my own band. That was actually the kickoff.
So you make the music you want to listen to?
Exactly.
Okay, great. So, who are the biggest influence? I mean, artists, classical composers, heavy metal players, whatever. So who are the biggest influence?
Well, actually,
music?
Speaking classically, it's actually Mozart. In the metal scene, it's definitely Metallica. And in the Gothic scene, it's bands like Bauhaus and Joy Division. Those are my roots.
Mozart. So you took the Lacrimosa from the Requiem, Mozart?
Exactly.
So are you officially trained as a classical musician? Or?
No, I never had any lessons or anything.
So the classical arrangement, you do it by yourself, so your own way?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
I mean, I had 25 years time to practice.
So then, how do you describe your music? First, I found Lacrimosa in the context of so-called Neue Deutsche Todeskunst.
That was actually a joke from a German journalist.
Oh, it was a joke?
Yeah, that's funny. Because there used to be in the 80s in Germany, there was some kind of music scene, they called it Neue Deutsche Welle, yeah? It means like a new German wave. And the thing was that the artists were singing in German, which was very unusual before in Germany. So then when Lacrimosa and some other bands started and singing in German, he wrote this article like, oh, now that's the Gothic part of it, so, and he called it Neue Deutsche Todeskunst. But actually, that was just meant as a joke, and none of those bands ever considered themselves to be something like that. Now, I would consider Lacrimosa to be, actually it's an own music style, because we combine so much stuff. But when people ask me, what kind of music do you do, I mostly say rock music with classical influences.
It's simple as that.
Yeah.
So, so do you listen to a lot of heavy metal stuff besides Metallica?
Yeah, actually, I was in the 90s, I was very much into all those death metal bands.
Oh, really?
Yeah, totally, like Gorefest and
Gorefest.
Paradise Lost and all that stuff, Benediction and stuff. That was really like a big thing, and at the moment I'm listening to, I don't know if there's even a name for it, but like female grindcore bands. Like I love bands like Butcher Babies or In This Moment or Arch Enemy. This is actually what I'm listening at the moment.
Well, I didn't know that. I know you were into heavy metal, but I didn't know you were into that kind of extreme stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, it's got to be extreme. I mean, if I wouldn't be into always the deepest and the hardest and then Lacrimosa would be more a pop band, I think. So what I do myself is in my kind of way also very extreme, but it's of course different kind of music. But I don't like music that goes in there and out there.
No, just the background music.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think the Lacrimosa is very popular in Europe. Besides Europe, you were very popular in Mexico and countries like China.
Yeah, especially Mexico, Latin America. Anyway, that's actually we have the most fans. It's really interesting. Yeah.
Is Gothic rock very huge in Latin America? No? I've never heard about that, but Lacrimosa seems to be very big and you charted on a.
It's actually, you know, when we played the first concert in Mexico, I remember there were like girls in the audience wearing like metal shirts from, for example, Megadeth or Metallica, but having Gothic makeup. So they didn't know. They just thought, okay, that's something dark, and it looks like this. So that Gothic didn't exist that time there, and still there is no Gothic scene there. I think that the thing with Lacrimosa is. They like it so much because it's so emotional, and they are by heart so emotional. It's their culture, and a combination of that, I think that attracts them.
What about China?
Well, I didn't find out yet what attracts Chinese people so much about Lacrimosa, because maybe they are not raised to show their emotions. They are not raised to be that emotional, and when then a band comes to tell them, come on, it's okay, you can really get in touch with your inner life, your inner person, then it might be a door that opens, you know. They realize that there's something more than what other artists tell them.
Okay, so do you see any difference between the audience in Europe and other countries like Mexico, China?
Yeah. Like in Mexico or in Russia, actually, Russia, we have also a huge audience. There the people are, Lacrimosa is everything for them. Like, either they're fans and then their whole life is Lacrimosa, or they don't care. In Europe, it's more like, it's a cool band, but this is also cool and this is also cool. It's not so, they're not so 100% like devoting themselves 100% to it. And I feel like in China, for example, now, the last days, people actually are also more getting into it, like in Latin America or in Russia. It seems to get also more extreme. I mean, there were lots of people with like tattoos with Lacrimosa or Tilo Wolff or our logo and stuff. So they're really like, okay, now that's what I want.
So they're very dedicated.
Yeah.
So you are a German. So being a German, does it affect your music, you think?
Actually not. I mean, the only thing is that I speak or that I sing in German because that's my mother tongue, and the reason why I do this is I want to express myself the best way I can, and that's of course the easiest in your mother tongue. But otherwise there are no German influences actually in my music.
It's because, you know, in Germany, because classical music is a part of your life. That's what I heard, you know, compared to the people from the US, they don't know, anything about classical music. But if you live in Germany, you know, the Beethoven, Mozart, or whatever, it's just, you usually know their, famous, pieces.
Okay, you're right. That's absolutely true. Those are things I don't even think about because it's so normal. Yeah. Funny.
Okay, so could you name 3 all-time your favorite albums?
The Black Album from Metallica, the Final Cut from Pink Floyd, and well, actually, let me also put in the Requiem from Mozart. I mean, it's not an album. He didn't design it as an album, but yeah.
Did you have any preference? Who's the conductor or orchestra?
Yeah, actually, there's Herbert von Karajan. He made 2. Karajan. He made 2 recordings, and I prefer the one from '76 with the Berlin Philharmonic. That's
so very good. Okay. So, could you recommend some newer, younger bands? Do you like any?
Younger bands. I mean, at the moment I'm listening. It's not a young band, but I'm listening much to Archive. but a really young band. The problem is that it's really. I'm listening a lot to music, but mostly to the music I kind of know already because there's so less time to find new music. Like for example, now on this tour, my MP3 player broke down, so I had to get new music, and of course then I didn't check out like, oh, is that good or is that good? I just bought those albums, which are the most important now to me, which was, for example, now the new one from Arch Enemy and stuff like that. So, but the really baby band, I don't know at the moment.
So do you have any bands with whom you feel sympathy, maybe who had the same vision as Lacrimosa? Because Lacrimosa is very unique, different from other bands, but do you have any you feel sympathy there?
Yeah, I always like if bands do their own stuff, if they have their own approach to something, and if they're not copied. You might remember, like in the 80s, every second Gothic band was listening to Sisters of Mercy, and they also sounded like Sisters of Mercy. And the others sounded like Fields of Nephilim. So I like when people have their own approach, and so for example, I don't know if it's known here, a good friend of mine who is doing VNV Nation, that's an electronic band. It's totally different music, and the fans of his band, they hate our fans, and our fans hate his band, but we are good friends and we like each other's music.
What's the problem?
This is totally funny.
What do they call it?
VNV Nation.
VNV Nation.
Yeah.
Okay, so for the last, can you give the message to the Japanese fans?
Of course. So we're totally happy to be back. As I said in the beginning of the interview, it's so sad that we didn't have much time now to, walk around and then. But I hope it's not the last time that we come, and that's actually up to you, because if you guys listen to Lacrimosa and if you support us, we have the chance to come back. So thank you for your support until today, and hope to see you also in the future.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.